What's up, folks? So I finally got this Florida Ghost philodendron in. Got it a couple hours ago. As you can see, it looks just like a normal Florida green, with a couple exceptions. I think you might be able to, I don't know, you might be able to notice the leaves here. These are the two newest ones here. But they have the typical look of a normal green Florida Beauty in here. Now this one I think was $29 on eBay. This is what the young leaves look like before they mature. Some of them, the smaller ones, are just long and skinny. But this is where it gets its name from Ghost. Right here. They turn bright, creamy white when they first come out, if they have enough light. The whole thing with the white leaves here is bright indirect sunlight. Like, for example, if you have a window, like evening and afternoon, you get sunlight through it, comes through the blinds or through curtains, it'd be a perfect place to put this. Excuse me. So yeah, this one looks like it's got two plants, one right here and one right here. This is still a fairly juvenile plant. If you notice the leaves, yeah, you can tell the difference. These are a brighter green, like a lime green color versus the other ones. Normally, if this thing had been getting enough light, these would be solid white. So there is a bit of a confusion with these. Let me explain here for a minute, because I had to do some research myself. If you notice on eBay, maybe Etsy or other places, there's another plant website that does auctions and stuff. Planty Green, or I don't know. I see it on Instagram all the time. They have some of these things listed as Florida Ghost and Florida Mint. Florida Ghost and Florida Mint is the exact same plant. The word mint in this plant just describes the leaves on here. Let's say, for example, that minty color, to make it easy to understand, is typical of, let's say, a winter day when you get a little bit of snow and you see the snow is covering the ground. It's white, but you can see little spots of green from the grass everywhere. That is what they're explaining as mint. So basically what happens is when these leaves unfurl, they're really bright, like a creamy white. Maybe kind of like that pot right there. A bright white like that one. But after a while, some of them may or may not lose that white color in them. And as that goes from bright white to green, you'll have a creamy leaf with green specks to it, which is referred to as mint. Now these plants, I think all of these type of Florida Beauty, Florida Ghost, Florida Green, even the squamiferium, they have the same type of leaf. And I think with these, the leaves on these, and including this one here, which is the one I uploaded yesterday, the squamiferium, these leaves on these can get a foot, maybe a foot and a half long, and over a foot wide. That's just how they grow. I've never had these on poles before, but I'm going to test it and see if that actually makes a difference. I've got one outside. I'm going to do a couple more videos here in a bit. I'm going to show you my variegated one and my solid green one. But yeah, with these plants, the word mint just describes the way the leaves look when they start fading from white and cream to this dark green here. It basically looks like little snowflakes all over the leaf. I mean, that's pretty much the way I can describe it. And it looks like these might have a little bit of variegation in them already. They got light green and dark green in there. I don't know. Here's a dry spot right there. But anyway, that's how this one works. Like I said, this is still a juvenile plant. It's still got a bunch of its younger leaves, but it does have some good roots on it. Oh, there's little aerial roots hanging out there. So I'm going to repot this one. I get paid tomorrow. I'm going to repot it. Probably into a larger pot, similar to one of these. which I have my Amorphophallus in. These are actually, I think, 3 or 4 gallons. But these are what I keep my Amorphophallus bulbs in and let them grow in. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this plant. I do have the big picture window in here in the living room, which I'm going to put that plant over there in that window because that gets more sunlight. I think around 1 or 2 up until about 8 o'clock at night, the light comes into that window. So I'm going to stick it over there once the sun comes back out and see how this thing does. I'm really excited to have this. I might actually buy another one. As I said, you can see you got the dark green and there's a limey colored leaves right there, the brand new ones. So there you go. And as far as the stem goes, they are a little bit red. I don't know if you can see that. They start out red and they turn a darker color right here on this leaf. You can see it's like a darker reddish brown color. I just like the shape of the leaves. It looks like kind of like a butterfly or maybe a dragonfly, the way the leaves are made on it. But yeah, that's how that one is. I got it today. If I get any more information on this, I might do an update on it. I'm definitely going to do an update in a few months later when it gets bigger, if it doesn't pass away. Which I'm pretty good with philodendrons anyway, so I don't think I'll have to worry about that. I think, as I said, I paid like $28, $29 for this thing on eBay. It's a really nice plant. It's got about 10 leaves on it altogether. But anyway, there it is. If you have any questions or comments about this plant, just leave it below. And I'll be happy to answer any question you have. You can leave it in the comment or you can email me. Thanks, guys. Later.